Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Faith. I'm a personal shopper and men's fashion enthusiast at TYM's Beauty House. Today, I'm taking you back to the basics. Let us go back to the basics, to the basics. Let us go back. Okay, so if you heard my intro, you already know I'm taking you back to the basics. Today we are talking about the importance of dressing well, and I have my guest in the house as well, a guest that I have refused to introduce properly, and I'm going to do so right now. Is my moose, my number one fan, number one TBH king, is no other person than my husband. You're going to be seeing him more often because I want a man to always be here so that we can hear from the men directly. Okay, so we're going to get right into it without wasting too much of your time. You're going to see my guest right now, so stay tuned. Back. So my guest is here. Say hello to everybody.
Hello everyone, my name is Sheyi Olatibosu.
Okay, so we are going to the basics today. I don't want to waste too much of your time. If this is your first time on this channel, you need to hit the subscribe button right now and make sure you turn on the notification bell beside it so that every time I drop a video, you can see it. Okay, so now we are talking about the importance of dressing well. And as you can see, like, I'm feeling so fly right now because I'm well dressed. And I really need to emphasize this for men because it's like most ladies I know take extra care, you know, they dress well. It's almost like a feminine thing. But for men, we have to literally tell them, oh, dress well, and then, you know, so that is why we are bringing up this conversation today. So it's a conversation. I'm not asking him any questions. It's just going to be giving us tips. I'll be dropping tips as well. And I'm going to go first because I like talking. Okay, so the first reason why you need to dress well as a man is because it boosts your confidence. When you're well dressed, automatically you begin to feel confident, right? Am I right?
Yeah,
like you begin to feel like you've made it in life, you know.
So actually gives you this sense of belonging when you find yourself in a particular place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you are confident, you as if you can take on the world. Every single time you dress well, it boosts your confidence automatically. So if there is anything, like if you have no reason and you're just feeling down, why don't you just dress up? Like, even if you have no reason to dress up, just dress up. It's going to help you to feel better and it's going to boost your confidence. Okay, so
yeah, and even dressing well, it actually opens up the bar to the extent of places and gatherings in which you can talk to. I mean, talk on. Let me give an example now. Say you're well dressed, you have your suit, you know, you get to a gathering where you have fellows and senior colleagues, you understand, you can have an interaction with them because you are properly dressed. You understand? Yeah. Like if you're shabbily dressed, you wouldn't even feel like, you know, and the truth is that if you find yourself in such a clique, you are not just going to be seen as someone who wants to learn from them. They will actually look at you as someone who has something to offer.
Yeah, on that point, I need to mention that, guys, your clothing is like the first thing that speaks to us when we see you. So we don't have the opportunity to hear most of you like on a first time basis. We just see a guy and we're like, oh, this guy looks so clean and sharp. Your clothing, no matter how vain you think it is so important because it is the first thing that gives us that first impression about you. So make an effort, you know, put in the effort, try to look good, okay? Because whether we like it or not, people are visually based. The society is visually controlled. I think that's a better way to put it. And people judge you by your looks, even though we're not supposed to judge by the looks, but that's basically what happens in the society. So if you're not properly dressed and you're really smart, people are not going to easily want to just listen to you. They would have just judged you without hearing what you have to say.
When you dress actually increases your perceived status amongst your peers. For example, I took a boat ride maybe 2 months ago, and this guy came with an Hyundai Elantra.
Okay.
And the funny thing is that when I got to the car, he opened the door for me. That's unusual. That's what I'm laughing.
So it's because of the way you were dressed.
Well,
do you think it's because if you are dressed in a certain way, he may not open the door for you.
Well, my point exactly is not because of the way I was dressed. It's because of the way he was dressed.
Okay.
He had a shirt on, white shirt. He had a tie.
Nice.
Talking with shoe. you wouldn't see most boat drivers. I'm apologies to boat, to be honest.
No,
I'm
really.
I'm not calling them out, but yeah.
But really, you
So
won't.
this guy was unusual, and even I was entering the ride, and there's this habit I have. I don't usually sit at the back if you're not my driver.
Okay.
Except you're my driver, then I sit at the back, so I sit in front. So he actually opened the back seat for me, and okay, well, let's sit down here.
Oh, that
You know,
boss.
so something happened. He told we were getting to a checkpoint of this VIO guy. Lo and behold, he stopped him. You know, and the moment he went down the glass and they saw the way it was dressed, and they now saw that there was someone sitting at the back. Maybe they presumed that this was a situation of Oga and his driver.
Okay.
Because
like a private car.
like a private car, he was well dressed.
Yeah.
Yes, and that sets him apart from the norm of this is the way boat drivers dress. You can't see him out and call him a boat driver.
Yeah.
You understand? So it gives him, an elevated status even amongst his peers. Yeah.
For me, dressing well. Honestly, dressing well is like the basis of every single thing, because it can give us the wrong impression about you. The way you're dressed can give us the wrong or right impression about you. So I remember when I was young, I called someone's mom. I've mentioned it in my 10 fun facts about me video. I called someone's mom a prostitute because of the way she used to dress when she comes to pick up her son. She was on the plus size. She would wear extremely tight leggings and funny looking lipstick and wig and everything, and I called her. I even said this in Yoruba, so if you know the Yoruba word for prostitute, and the headmistress punished me, and I was crying that it was the devil. But really, but sincerely, it was because of the way the woman used to dress, because I just couldn't understand why someone's mom, because we used to see how parents come to pick up their kids and the way they used to dress from work, so after work, why is the woman dressing that way? And this brings me to my next point, that the way you dress, young people are looking at you, and you can pass the wrong information across, because they're wondering, what kind of job does this man do? What kind of before we came here, my husband was sharing some things with me, and I wanted to share with you the way he perceived some adults when he was growing up because of the way they dressed.
While I was still growing up in the primary school,
okay.
I'm still growing up. Yeah. So in primary school, there was this time the class teacher asked us a question. I think the question was about what we wanted to be when we grew up.
Okay.
I heard in fact, that was the very first time I heard someone say aeronautic engineer, and I was confounded because I have never heard it before. But so I just felt that okay, aeronautic engineer, what does it mean? When it got to me, I just say, because then they were just this kind of jobs. Everybody was engineer, doctor, banker, lawyer. Those were the ones we knew. So I just came out and said, I want to be a doctor. P.S. I'm not a doctor now. So, and then the teacher now went on and said, okay, fine. Let's even ask, what are the jobs that your parents do? Like, for example, your dad. What are the jobs they do? Do you even know the kind of job your dad does? Because a girl said she wanted to be, I think, a doctor too, and she asked why. I said because my daddy is a doctor, so she just wanted to take after the line. Now, my own dad at that time was an insurance broker. You understand? But you hardly hear people say my daddy is an insurance broker. Didn't seem like a common job then, okay? But I knew that my dad always went out with suits in the morning, suit and tie every day, like Monday to Friday, okay, and of course on Sunday to church. Now, when the teacher was asking questions, so she didn't ask me that she had already asked questions of what we wanted to be in future again. But I was itchy to say it. I wanted to really say, oh, my dad is an insurance broker. You understand? So, but people started talking. So there was this young guy said he can't really place his father's job, but he knows his dad goes out with shirt and jeans and carries a nylon. But inside that nylon, there's always a blue overall. Now, the teacher already knew before then. I mean, the teacher knew almost everybody's dad's job. And said, oh no, your dad is a mechanical engineer. Okay. Now, it was later we got to know that, okay, I think his dad was a mechanic. But of course, a mechanical engineer was a very perfect way to describe his dad to him. But he knew that his dad was always going out every day with that kind of dress pattern. Okay. Yeah. Now, without dwelling too much on that particular example, I feel that since she started styling me, and there was a reason I said she started styling me, because I'm an engineer. We grew up to think that, of believe that we can just wear a shirt and a jeans.
Yeah.
And even sometimes we wear those jeans like twice in a week. You know?
Or more than.
Well, not me. Anyway, so going forward, I discovered that now that I have a daughter, I want to give my daughter the impression
I have a job.
that I have a job. Okay.
Not that you're waking up every morning with top and jeans.
Yeah, you know,
the
because
same top and jeans that you wear at home.
and I go to parties with too, and my daughter.
Does
Is
it?
it party that my dad goes to Mondays to Friday? You get so, and the truth is that for we engineers, you can have your boots in the trunk of your car, or maybe if you don't have a car, you can have it in your knapsack. You know, when you get to site, you can change. You necessarily don't have to go out of the house with jeans.
Your site work clothes.
So while I'm at work in my office, you know, so if I'm wearing the shirt and the jeans, just a t-shirt and jeans. So I started dressing, and sometimes I talk in. I don't wear suits, it's not my thing. But I talk in, I wear a nice shirt, I paired up with a good shoe, okay, cut CTV stylings and stuff. So, and I myself, I like the way I look, and it makes my daughter know that, okay, this guy went to work and he has come back from work. You know, and weekends, if I just take a stroll on weekend, maybe if I go for a jog early in the morning, she knows that this guy is not going far.
Exactly. That brings me to my next point, that you're dressing appropriately. You are giving yourself a sense of responsibility. You're ironing your shirt, you shine your shoes, proper grooming. You know, you are wearing the appropriate clothes for the appropriate things. So when you are chilling with the guys, you're wearing the right things. When you're going to work, you're wearing the right things. You are always looking sharp at all times. Guys, that is the essence of this video. And the very last tip for today is that when you dress well, it actually boosts your productivity. Have you noticed that when you're properly dressed, like even because of this pandemic and everything, when you want to work and you take the time to get dressed, you get into that work mode, like you are ready to work. Okay, so it's very important that you dress well at all times. We hope that with these few points of ours, we've been able to convince you and not confuse you that dressing well is very important, especially for the men. Young people are looking at you and you want to set the right example. Okay, so that's it from us today. I hope you had a nice time.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you're yet to subscribe, please do subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you can get updates every time I drop a video. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.